Hi everyone, this is Heather Lawton from the Flourish.Academy. This is episode 313. I'm here with my good friend Sarah. Hey Sarah.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
So we were just working on a few things. Why don't you tell everybody about your business and what you like to photograph?
I am a portrait photographer. I love to photograph families and children and teens, tweens. My daughter is 11, and if she would get in front of the camera.
Is she tired of it already?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you just have to struggle.
Yes.
We need to post a link to your website because your work is beautiful.
Thank you.
Pretty, and you like to edit very clean.
Yes.
It looks very good.
Yes.
Okay, so we were talking as we had a mentoring session. We were just wrapping up, and we were talking about ways to challenge yourself to be more creative. So, what is your favorite camera and lens combination that you shoot with right now, like your go-to?
My go-to outside, actually I've been using it in studio too, is I have a Canon 5D Mark III, my 70-200, and it's like we were just talking about, I'm kind of like over it, but I love it.
But you love it.
And yes, I do. I just love it.
It's your go-to.
Yeah, I do. I love what it produces.
Because it's
But
beautiful.
it's just like, can I have another go-to?
So are you like, if you're outside, do you like to back up really far, zoom in for the compression?
Yes.
And then 2.8? You're a 2.8?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You love shallow depth of field.
I do. And finding the framing, it looks nice in the background around the subject, but it's one of those things that doing it constantly becomes like boring.
You start to get in a rut.
Yes.
You don't feel creative.
Yes.
Because you know how to make it work.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
Yes.
So we're talking about presenting you with a challenge, and anybody in the Flourish.Academy with a challenge to try to shoot maybe something different with a different lens. How would you feel with that? Tell everybody
This is a 23 millimeter. And it's scary looking through it. I have a 15-30 that I use for real estate. Real estate is not my favorite thing to photograph, but it pays the bills.
Yes.
So it's not, we're thinking of getting a different lens and trying something new. Photographing what you normally would photograph with, I would photograph with my 70-200, trying it with a different lens. Doesn't have to be a 23, but just something different, just to try it
and see
different angles. Try different angles, different whatever you can do to just
vary it up.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. So at Camera Club last year, I was just telling you this. I took that camera. So this 23 for me is like very, very confining because it's so wide.
Yes.
And I want to zoom in because I love the 70-200. And I photographed a senior with this just to challenge myself to see if I could do it. Okay, I did. And the photos were okay. I didn't love them. But the point was, it pushed me outside of something that I
zone.
Which is where the magic happens.
Yes.
You have to, so I want you to take that 15-30.
Yes.
Or is it 30?
It's 15-30. It's a Tamron.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
15-30. Take that and try to photograph people with it as opposed to architecture.
I will. I am, and that is my goal, that's what I'm going to do, that wide angle, try different things with it.
And just see if it looks different. So
Yeah.
what we'd like you to do is, number one, could you please comment and let us know your go-to lens? What is your favorite, like, I use this lens all the time because I'm comfortable with it and I know the results that it produces, so it's consistent. And then, what is the opposite of that?
The total opposite of what you just are scared to use.
Yes, that's
because
it.
that's what you said. You said, that scares me.
It's scary because it's so wide.
Yes.
But I've seen people produce amazing photos with this. But I think if you challenge yourself, that you will grow as an artist and as a photographer. You will become more creative because you'll see things through literally through a new lens. Through a new way of looking at it. I would so much rather pick up my 70-200 and zoom in and do 2.8 because it's going to be beautiful. But what if I could produce something with this?
Yes.
And you know, when you do that, you start to feel more confident. Like in different situations or with different gear. And I think I'm also going to work on some wider stuff this year.
It'll be fun though.
And see how it goes.
Just
so
try.
Maybe we should have a Joy says hers is a 70-200 2.8. Yeah. 24-70. Yeah. Keep it at 24.
Just to try.
And just see if it works. And what if you, instead of getting the exposure perfect and worrying about that, what if you just put it in auto or program mode with a different lens and just got really connected with your subject? or your environment,
yeah.
or the composition.
composition.
Something that just forces you to look at something differently. I think it's a great challenge. Maybe we should even open up a thread about it. Oh, so many ideas pop into my head at once. We should have a thread.
In the workshop that you attended where they made you go around and do that on auto, right?
On auto. They made me shoot it on auto, one lens.
What did it made you...
I had no choice but to focus on what I was, how I was connecting with my subjects. In this case, they were people, but I was connecting with them on a different level because I couldn't adjust my camera.
Yeah.
So maybe we should make that as part of a workshop when we come shoot, and we're putting all the technical components aside, and we're just getting, it's
different perspective, because whenever I think that's what I'm focused on is just it's not technically correct, but when you try something new in a different perspective, you can take away your thinking of everything technical and look at the other things. So we don't even, there are so many components in photography. It's not just the exposure, it's composition, it's everything.
I like what you said about maybe trying get down low or getting up high or shifting your perspective. You said your point of view, maybe if you've never laid down on the ground to get that look in a photo, try it out. It's pretty awesome. Or could you climb something safely? Maybe not a tree, but something. Is there some way to elevate yourself?
And I just did an engagement session, and I had their family in it, and I used the wide angle lens. I don't necessarily love the picture, but I got down really low to give it. It's a really different look, and I've seen it in other places, maybe not my style,
right?
But it was kind of cool to just mess around with, and I'm gonna give them the photo, and they might love it. So
So you raised a good point, though. I learned once that when you're experimenting something like that, take your safe shots first, so you have them, and then do something like that that's kind of different or challenging, and deliver it. Maybe they'll like it, maybe they won't, but it doesn't matter. You'll have those consistent good shots, but then you'll have something different. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, you guys, go out and get a different lens and challenge yourself.
Yes.
We'll see you.